Hi everyone, I'm Rob from the Geelong Jail Museum in Geelong, Victoria. But today I'm exploring the old Darlinghurst Gaol in Sydney, New South Wales. And what a place this is. I am so excited to be walking around this complex and showing everyone just how beautiful and how amazing and how different the architecture is at this jail. I have not seen an architecturally interesting jail like this anywhere else in Australia. Not in Tasmania, not in Victoria, not in Queensland, not even the Northern Territory. This is just an amazing place to explore. Now, the Darlinghurst Gaol opened on the 7th of June 1841. However, construction had begun 20 years earlier. But due to convict labour and the lack of funds from Britain, this site would sit vacant for over 12 years. Wacko. But what a finishing product. Walking around these buildings today, you almost feel like you're in England. Like the architecture is just absolutely stunning. Now, the jail itself was finally completed in 1885, and it is constructed out of the beautiful Sydney honey-coloured sandstone, which you see everywhere. It is so different to the bluestone jails that you find here in Victoria. I think it's quite beautiful. But what is interesting about the sandstone blocks is we have markings from convicts. Now, of course, some of the markings are just the markings that you use for working with rocks and the construction. But there's also a lot of convict graffiti at this site. So if you are in Darlinghurst, if you are in Sydney, drop down, say g'day, have a walk around and just walk in the footsteps of history, because this place is brilliant. And it makes you think too, when does graffiti become historically interesting? There's a question. But there are so many other buildings around the jail, as you can imagine. Like the one in front of us here is the governor's residence, the 3-storey governor's house. But of course, there's the kitchen, there's the hospital, there's the laundry. Right in front of us now is the female wing. But you also got the hard labour areas. But what we're really looking at here is an underground tunnel. That's right. This jail has an underground section. So many jails around Australia have rumours, have stories that there are underground cells, underground kitchens, underground tunnels, but not many underground tunnels exist in Australian prisons, except for here in Darlinghurst. Wacko. How good is this? Now, you can actually do tours here around the Darlinghurst Gaol, and you do get to go into one of the tunnels, which is just fascinating. So as I said, come on down and say g'day. But the tunnel system is interesting in the fact that it's underneath the governor's house, the man in charge, and it's all to do with the power and the perceived power of treating people in jail. You see, you would arrive here in Darlinghurst in the back of the Black Maria, the divvy van, and you'd pull up at the front of the governor's house, just here. This is what you would see for the first time. You would then go down these steps under the front door of the governor's house. No doubt he'd be standing on these stairs having a look, and you'd then be fed into the different parts of the jail. Anyway, guys, come down, say g'day, because wacko, what a jail this is.